Dear students, today I'll discuss atomic structure with you people, and in atomic structure I'll discuss Dalton's atomic theory, fundamental or the subatomic particles, J.J. Thomson model and discovery of nucleus. So all these things will be discussed in detail. So let's begin. Atoms are the building blocks of the all types of matter. We all know that matter is made up of atoms. According to Maharishi Kannar, matter consisted of indestructible particles called परमाणुस. परम means ultimate and अणु means particle. जिसको आज हम एटम कहते हैं, उसको कहीं पहले महर्षि कन्नर ने उसको परमाणुस कहा था. Parmanu combine with other Parmanus to form a bigger molecule or to form a bigger particle which is called अणु और जिसको हम आज कहते हैं molecule. So परमाणु combine होते दूसरे परमाणु से और बनाते क्या है अणु जिसको हम molecules कहते हैं. Now we learn Dalton's atomic theory. So John Dalton has given this theory. John Dalton in the year 1808 he has given this theory which came to be known as Dalton's atomic theory. He was an English scientist. He has described atom as the smallest particle exhibiting all the properties of the particular element. मेन फीचर्स डाल्टन एटॉमिक थ्योरी के क्या है कि मैटर कंसिस्ट ऑफ स्मॉल एंड indivisible particles called atoms. So matter consists of small and indivisible particles which came to be known as atoms. And atoms of an element are identical in all respect but differ from the atoms of the other elements. So this is the second feature of the Dalton's atomic theory. He says that atoms can neither be created nor destroyed. And atoms of an element combine to form the molecules of that element. Atoms of an element combine with the atoms of the another element to form molecules of compounds. So atoms of the same element will form the molecules of that element and atoms of different elements will combine molecules of the compounds. The last feature which was given by Dalton, that atoms take part in chemical reaction which is rearrangement of the atom takes place, in which the rearrangement of the atom takes place. जो लेटेस्ट रिसर्च हुए हैं वो ये कहते हैं कि बहुत सारे फीचर्स जो डाल्टन एटॉमिक थ्योरी के हैं वो सही नहीं है, लेकिन डाल्टन का ये फीचर कि एटम्स जो हैं वो केमिकल रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं ये ट्रू है. स्टडीज़ और डिस्कवरीज जो हुए हैं वो ये कहते हैं, जो कि लेट 19th और अर्लियर 20th सेंचुरीज़ में हुए थे, वो ये कहते हैं कि एटम्स जो है डिविजिबल है. डाल्टन की थ्योरी कहती है, अभी हम लोगों ने फीचर पढ़ा डाल्टन एटॉमिक थ्योरी का, तो डाल्टन की थ्योरी कहती है कि मैटर कंसिस्ट ऑफ एटम्स विच आर स्मॉल एंड इनडिविजिबल, इंडिस्ट्रक्टिबल. लेकिन जो स्टडीज़ और डिस्कवरीज लेटर 19th सेंचुरी अर्लियर 20th सेंचुरी में वो ये कहते हैं कि एटम्स आर डिविजिबल. दैट मीन्स दे आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ स्टिल स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स. सो which suggests that atoms are composed of subatomic particles. Now the existence of these subatomic particles was proved by the fact that atom is electrically neutral. हमको सबको पता है कि atom जो है electrically neutral है, that but it can gain a positive or a negative energy, which means that atom must contain tiny particles either carrying a positive charge or a negative charge. और ये जो ऑपोजिट फोर्स है, नेगेटिव चार्ज और पॉजिटिव चार्जेस, वो बैलेंस करते हैं एक दूसरे को, और इसी वजह से ऑन अ होल द एटम इज इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल. Now, atoms are divisible, as I said, and they are composed of still smaller particles. So, the three main particles of atoms are electrons, protons, and neutrons. First, we will study the electron and proton, and later on, we'll study neutrons when we will come to know what actually nucleus is, how nucleus was discovered, right? So, first, we will move to electron. इलेक्ट्रॉन को किसने डिस्कवर किया? इलेक्ट्रॉन की डिस्कवरी करी थी जे थॉमसन ने इन द ईयर 1897. जे थॉमसन से पहले विलियम क्रुक्स ने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. विलियम क्रुक्स ने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. He was a British scientist and he performed an experiment to study the phenomenon of electric discharge through gases. What he did, उन्होंने एक डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब क्या होता है? डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब एक ऐसा ट्यूब होता है जो दोनों ही एंड्स पर सील्ड होता है विद द मेटल प्लेट्स. उस डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब में गैस at a very low pressure was present, and he passed an electric current of high voltage through that discharge tube. He observed that rays were emitted from the negative terminal of the tube, which was cathode, and that rays that was emitted was called cathode rays. You can see from this diagram, the diagram is very clear, showing how the electrons were discovered by the works of William Crookes. Then later on, J.J. Thomson also studied the characteristics of the cathode rays, and then he concluded that cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles called electrons. Electric field was applied in the path of the cathode rays. J.J. Thomson observed that the cathode rays were deflected towards the positive plate of the electric field. तो जो कैथोड रेज था, क्योंकि अभी हमने देखा कि कैथोड रेज जो है वो नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड पार्टिकल्स हैं, एज फ्रॉम द एक्सपेरिमेंट डन बाय विलियम क्रुक्स. सो which again J.J. Thomson, he also conducted the same experiment, and he found that cathode rays were deflected towards the positive plate of the electric field, and which shows that cathode rays were negatively charged. And he concluded that electrons are an integral part of the atoms, and its properties are independent of the nature of the gas which was present in the discharge tube. He also observed that when a magnetic field was applied in the path of the cathode rays, they were again deflected in a direction in which moving negative charge would be deflected. So magnetic field भी जब apply किया तो cathode rays deflect हो गए, which proves that cathode rays contain negatively charged particles called electrons. Electrons has a definite mass and a definite electric charge. The electron is denoted by E -1 to 0, where superscript 0, this is 0 is at the top and this is known as superscript. So superscript 0 represents mass, and the subscript -1 represents that it's 1 unit negative electric charge. So -1 represents 1 unit negative electric charge. The mass of electron is 1 by 1837 of the mass of hydrogen, which is 9.108 into 10 raised to power 28 g gram. जो चार्ज है इस इलेक्ट्रॉन का वो 1 यूनिट नेगेटिव चार्ज है विच इज़ इक्वल टू 1.602 इंटू 10⁻19 कूलम्स. Now the next subatomic particle that we'll study today is protons. जो नेगेटिव चार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन का है वो ये सजेस्ट करता है कि इस नेगेटिव चार्ज के साथ साथ कोई पॉजिटिव चार्ज भी ज़रूर होगा, क्योंकि एटम्स जो है ऑन द होल दे आर इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल. So this positively charged particles, they were discovered by E. Goldstein. He was a German scientist. He performed an experiment with the discharge tube which was fitted with a perforated cathode. Perforated cathode means they have small perforations, that means small holes. They have small holes to allow passage of the positively rays, which was known as canard rays. So perforated cathode plate है, उस perforated cathode plate के थ्रू जो है positive rays जो है वहाँ से पास हुई. This ray was opposite to that of the cathode rays in all the respect, and it came to be known as the anode rays. Now they were emitted from the anode, hence they came to be known as the anode rays. The anode ray, they consisted of positively charged particles, and it was named as protons by E. Goldstein. The mass of the proton is equal to that of the atom of hydrogen, which is 1.672 into 10⁻⁻24 gram. The positive charge on the proton is equal to the negative charge of the electron. So the charge on the negative electron is 1.602 into 10⁻⁻19 coulombs, and I said the positive charge on the proton is equal to the negative charge on the electron. That means it has the same charge of this much, 1.602 into 10⁻⁻19 coulombs. The proton is represented as P plus 1 to the 1. This is the symbol of proton, where the subscript plus 1 means, or it represents the atomic mass unit, and the superscript plus 1 means the atomic mass unit, and the subscript plus 1 represents the 1 unit positive charge of the proton. Before discussing the third subatomic particle, neutron, we'll first learn something on the Thomson model of the atom and the discovery of nucleus, because after the discovery of nucleus, the discovery of proton was done, or the proton was discovered rather. So it would be better if we will first learn the Thomson model of the atom. Now Thomson model of the atom was also known as plum pudding model. The model was given by J.J. Thomson. According to this model, an atom is positively charged sphere in which electrons were embedded just like dry fruits in a pudding. That is why this model came to be known as plum pudding model. क्योंकि total positive charge जो atom का है, that is equal to the total negative charge of the electrons. इसी वजह से जो एटम है वो नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो जाएगा अगर वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को गेन करेगा, एंड इट विल बिकम पॉजिटिवली charged if it will लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। ये मॉडल जो है वो एक्सेप्टेड नहीं था, क्योंकि द ड्रॉबैक ऑफ दिस मॉडल वॉज इट फेल्ड टू एक्सप्लेन मेनी experimental observations about the atoms. Now, this is the diagram which was given by Thomson. Now, let's learn something on the Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment. Also, through this experiment, Rutherford discovered the nucleus. In 1911, Lord Rutherford conducted an experiment. He was the scientist from New Zealand. He conducted an experiment to find out the arrangement of the electrons and protons in the atom. His experiment led to the discovery of the positively charged nucleus in the center of the atom. Now, what he did, Rutherford bombarded a thin sheet of gold. As you can see from the diagram, this is thin sheet of gold. He bombarded this thin sheet of gold with the alpha particles, right? So when this thin sheet of gold was bombarded with the alpha particles in an evacuated chamber, he found that most of the alpha particles, they went straight away, they passed straight away, right? They passed straight away through the foil without any deflection. Small fraction of them were deflected. As you can see, small portion of them were deflected from their original path by small angles. Only few bounced back. Few of them were bounced back, means वो जिस तरफ से आए थे, they bounced back on the same path, through the same path. So on the basis of this experiment, he came to certain conclusions. So what he concluded, that the particles which passed straight away, now the particles which passed straight away, जो सीधे सीधे चले गए, उसका मतलब हुआ कि जो ये एटम है उसमें बहुत सारा स्पेस है, और जिसकी वजह से उस एम्प्टी स्पेस के होने की वजह से जो अल्फा पार्टिकल्स हैं वो सीधे चले गए। बहुत सारे अल्फा पार्टिकल्स जो हैं वो डिफ्लेक्ट हो गए बाय स्मॉल एंगल्स फ्रॉम देयर ओरिजिनल पाथ, which means that there was a heavy positively charged mass in the atom, so they were deflected by small angles from their original path. And this positively charged mass is very small and is centrally located. That's why only few particles, they bounced back on their original path. So this was named as the nucleus of the atom. Clear? So this was the experiment done by Rutherford, on the basis of which he discovered the nucleus. Based on his experiment, Rutherford suggested a model of the structure of the atom which came to be known as Rutherford atomic model. According to this model, the atom consisted of two parts. One part is the centrally located nucleus and the second part is the outer circular orbit. Now, in the centrally located nucleus, the nucleus is centrally located it is positively charged mass, and it is the densest part of the atom. The nucleus is very small in size as compared to the size of the atom. So nucleus जो है वो बहुत छोटा है, small in size as compared to the atom. So atom is bigger in size as a whole, and nucleus is centrally located and very small in size. The outer circular orbits, in that outer circular orbits, the electrons revolve in the circular orbits. This is also known as shells. So electrons revolve in the space that is available around the nucleus. So this is the nucleus. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in the space available in the atom around the circular orbits, and these are the circular orbits. So as you can see from the diagram, this is the nucleus, which consists of the protons, and these are the shells, outer shells, in which the electrons revolve. Rutherford has compared this atomic model to that of the solar system. Just as sun is at the center and the planets revolve around the sun in their orbits, the very same way the nucleus is at the center of the atom, and the electrons, they revolve around the nucleus. Now, after the discovery of the nucleus, it was concluded that entire mass of the atom was located within the nucleus in the form of the protons. Electrons was thought to be negligible mass, as you can see from the, as you can remember from the symbol of the electrons, E -1, subscript -1 and superscript 0, where 0 indicates the mass of the electron. So electron has negligible mass. But after the discovery of the nucleus, it was found that the nucleus has the greater mass than could be accounted for by the proton alone. खाली प्रोटॉन जो है वो हेविली सेंटर्ड न्यूक्लियस के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं था. ज़रूर कुछ और सब एटॉमिक पार्टिकल होगा, जो थर्ड एटॉमिक पार्टिकल जिसकी अभी हम बात करेंगे वो कहीं उस न्यूक्लियस में है, तभी वो न्यूक्लियस जो है वो हेविली पॉजिटिवली centered है, right? So nucleus is heavily positively centered in the atom. So this heavy positively charged mass which is at the center of the atom cannot be just because of the proton. There must be a third subatomic particle which is present in the nucleus and has neither positive nor negative charge. So in 1932, James Chadwick, he discovered the third subatomic particle which came to be known as neutron. Neutron has no charge. Its mass was found to be almost equal to that of the proton. But the mass of the the mass of the neutron is slightly more than that of the proton. The mass of the proton was 1.672 into 10 raised power minus 24 gram, and the mass of the neutron is 1.676 into 10 raised to the power 24 gram. Since it is electrically neutral, so it has no charge, and overall the atom is electrically neutral. So atom is electrically neutral as the number of the protons is equal to the number of the electrons. But again, Rutherford model was criticized, and the drawback of the Rutherford model was that it could not explain the structural stability of the atom. The structural stability was explained by Neil Bohr, which we'll be discussing in the next video.